What's going on, everybody? It's me, Working Man, and I thought we would go ahead and start playing Metal Gear Solid 3. I know I wasn't gonna start playing this until I finished 2, but I don't know. I feel like I need to take a little break from 2 because I don't want to burn myself out on it. Let's see. Go ahead and agree to all the stuff or whatever. Let's see. But yeah, 3 is it's a masterpiece. I mean, the dialogue, the story. I mean, if only the gameplay was just a little bit better. Like I just don't like the way things kind of move and feel. If it felt a little more like I don't know, let's say Metal Gear Solid 5 or Metal Gear Solid 2, which I feel like was much smoother feeling in the way you move and stuff. I mean, I get that, in this game you're supposed to take it slow and, you're supposed to be sneaky and everything, but I don't know, it's just also the controls, like the way you aim and shoot and stuff, like, I don't know if, like, modern PlayStation 5 controls have that ability, because, like, back when Metal Gear Solid 3 came out on, was it the PlayStation 2 or 3? I don't remember, but anyway, you could press in on the square button just a little bit so that way, you wouldn't fire your gun. And then I think they got rid of that ability, so whenever you played Metal Gear Solid 3 on another console or whatever, it would just fire the gun. You couldn't do just pull up your gun and not shoot. So yeah, that kind of sucked. Let's see. Uh, that's weird. I didn't know there was really a different version. I mean, I figured there was a Japanese version, but I don't know what the European version is. I mean, what's the difference? Let's see. I wish it said. That'd be kind of cool. Let's see. If playing the North American/European version, save data is shared across both North American and European versions. It's not compatible. Oh, okay. So it's nothing really special. I thought maybe like it had like maybe some nudity or something, and then I was like, maybe they cut it out for America or something. Let's see. English start theme. But yeah, the whole like Snake Eater theme song, that's great. The dialogue, like I said. I mean, I could just listen to the boss talk, She is just, I love her voice. Also, yeah, I mean, it is very heartbreaking at the end of the game, when, she dies and basically, was branded a traitor and she, gave everything for her country. I mean, that was rough. Hopefully it has the what you call it. I mean, I don't know if you have to unlock it or whatever, but the the theater or whatever, I forget what it's called. Let's see, options, blood on. Uh, let's see, select first person. I guess normal. I don't know. Camera mode, third person, or yeah, I guess third person. What is normal? I don't know what that means. Let's see. Captions on. Real time cutscenes, yeah, full screen. Additional settings. Audio. Okay, just 10, I guess. Controller settings. Can I change my. Yeah, I can change the controls. Okay. Let's see. Aim is L1. Okay, I mean, I kind of like that. I might make it. Let's see, what is L2? Where is it? There it is. Item window. Tell you what, let's make that L1. And then weapon menu. Let's make that R1. And then weapon button. Let's see. We'll make that R2. Yeah, first person view button. Well, let's see. I don't. Well, that kind of sucks actually. Now that I think about it. Hmm. CQC button, circle. I think, what was, damn it. I kind of want CQC to be square. What's triangle? Action button. Okay, so, I could press square to go into first person, and then, L2 to pull up my gun, and then R2 to aim, or to fire, I guess. Which is a little weird, but, I mean, I think I can live with it. Let's see. I guess I can live with circle being CQC. Let's see. It's kind of weird. Actually, you know what? I don't know, do I want to do R3 to ready or unready the weapon? Yeah, let's do R3, and then L3 will be to change camera angle. Okay. Hopefully this won't be too weird. Someone's texting me. One sec. Okay. My friend was telling me about the anime Don Don. I haven't seen it. I need to watch it. I've heard good things. All right, or just back, I guess. Real time cutscenes. New game. All right. So if I pick MGS2, I know you get the Raiden mask, which is kind of cool. I think if you pick MGS1, you get better stamina or something like that. And then I think if you pick MGS3, you get additional camo outfits. So let's see. I mean, it is true. MGS1 probably is my favorite game out of these three. Um, Damn it, that's a tough choice. I mean, I'm probably not going to pick 2 just because, the Raiden mask doesn't really do anything, and I don't really want to wear it anyway. MGS3, I kind of want to pick it because, you get extra camos, that's good. And then, MGS1, of course, you get, better stamina, I guess, I think. Let me look that up. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Let's see, what do we got? I thought it was something different, but it says if we pick MGS1, the opening cinematic of the virtuous mission with Snake is clean shaven. That's cool. If you pick 2, he's wearing the Raiden mask. MGS3, this choice has no cosmetic effect on the opening sequence, but beating the game with this starting choice unlocks all special features, demo theater, the outtake comedy theater on disc 2, etc. If you pick on like MGS3, I don't think you even need to complete the game to unlock everything. Okay. I could have swore that if you pick MGS1, it said something about you get better stamina. I don't know why. I could have swore. Fuck it. We'll go 3 since I guess you get more stuff. Alright. I guess we'll go normal, I mean, I kind of suck at this game, and like I said, it's because, mostly, getting used to the controls and everything, and, it's kind of hard, like, with, what you call it, the, I don't know what button it is, but when you try to get information from someone, like, if you accidentally press, like, too hard, or if you click in the joystick or something, like you cut their throat, and it's like, shit, I didn't mean to do that, you know? But anyway, we'll go normal.
After the end of World War II, the world was split into two.
East and West.
This marked the beginning of the era called the Cold War.
God, he's got such a great voice. I cannot wait for the remaster of this game.
Flying over Pakistan, altitude 30,000 feet.
Approaching Soviet airspace.
20 minutes to drop off.
Commencing internal depressurization. Equipment check. Arm main parachute.
All right. You ready to go?
Drop zone still showing a high pressure.
I mean, I don't know why Snake doesn't like paramedic. I mean, to me,
Good.
she's really
Got
hot.
high visibility.
I would much rather be with paramedic over, Eva.
Put out that cigar. Connecting oxygen hose to interior connector. Put on your mask.
Does this pantywaist know what he's doing?
Does this pantywaist know what he's doing?
Hey, are you deaf? He said, put out that cigar. Put on your mask.
10 minutes to drop off.
Hey, are you deaf?
He said put out the cigar and put on your mask.
Flick. So, Toyota.
Depressurization complete.
Checking oxygen supply.
6 minutes to drop off. Opening rear hatch.
Sunrise.
Sunrise.
External temperature minus 46 degrees Celsius.
Damn.
2 minutes to drop off. Stand up.
You'll be falling at 130 miles per hour. Try not to get frostbite from the wind chill.
1 minute to drop off. Move to the rear.
Activate the oil bottle.
This is one for the history books. The world's first halo jump.
10 seconds to drop off. Stand by. Status okay. All green.
Prepare for drop-off. Countdown. 5,
4,
4,
3, 2, 1. Spread your wings and fly. God be with you. Whee!
Jack, I've got some important news. The head of the CIA has finally given us the green light for the virtuous mission.
Virtual mission.
No, the virtuous mission. The future of our Fox unit depends on it. If it succeeds, we'll be officially organized into a unit.
Virtuous mission. Sounds like some kind of initiation ritual.
You know, don't get cocky. This isn't a training op.
Right.
Fuck you, Zero.
So what exactly is this wonderful mission?
Well, about 2 years ago, a certain Soviet scientist requested asylum in the West through one of our moles. His name is Nikolai Stepanovich Sokolov. He's head of the OKB-754 Design Bureau, one of the Soviets' top-secret weapon research facilities, and the East's foremost expert on weapons development.
Sokolov. Isn't he that famous,
Famous rocket
The
scientist.
very same. On April the 12th, 1961, the Soviets achieved the first manned spaceflight in history.
The Earth was blue, but
But there was
no
no God.
Well spoken. The rocket that carried Yuri Gagarin to orbit was the A-1, known as the Vostok rocket. Sokolov is said to be the man most responsible for the multi-engine cluster used in that rocket. After Gagarin's flight, Sokolov left rocket development to become the head of the newly established Design Bureau.
From a lowly technician to head of a design bureau, that's quite a success story. So why do you want to defect?
It seems he'd become afraid of his own creations.
Afraid?
Call it a crisis of conscience.
And for that, he left his country and his family behind and went over the fence?
Not exactly. One of his conditions was that his family was also to be taken safely to the west. We used a mole to get the family out first and succeeded in sneaking Sokolov over the Berlin Wall shortly afterwards. I was the one who conducted the operation.
The security on the eastern side was still full of holes back then. Then what?
We got Sokolov over in one piece, but the whole ordeal had left him exhausted, and we checked him into a hospital in West Berlin. It took him 2 weeks and more than 600 miles to get from the research facility in the Soviet Union to Berlin. He was in no condition to say anything coherent. And it was only a week later that we had something much bigger on our hands.
The Cuban Missile Crisis.
October the 16th, 1962, President Kennedy received word that the Soviets were in the process of deploying intermediate-range ballistic missiles in Cuba. The President demanded that the Soviets dismantle and remove the missiles. At the same time, he announced a naval blockade to prevent further missile shipments from reaching Cuba. But the Soviets didn't back down, instead placing their armed forces on secondary alert. Soviet transport ships carrying missiles continued on course towards Cuba. US and Soviet forces went on alert for an all-out nuclear war. Frantic negotiations were conducted through the UN's Emergency Security Council and unofficial channels to end the hair-trigger standoff. Finally, on October the 28th, the Soviet Union agreed to remove its missiles from Cuba, and so the world avoided a nuclear holocaust. But in order to get the Soviets to pull their missiles out, we had to make a deal.
You mean the one where the US agreed to remove its IRBMs from Turkey?
No. The Jupiter IRBMs deployed in Turkey were obsolete.
Turkey.
We're gonna get rid of them anyway. They had no strategic value whatsoever to either the US or the Russians. The Turkey deal was a ruse, a
Turkey
cover
deal.
story that was fed to the other intelligence agencies around the world.
So what did the Russians really want?
Sokolov.
Yep.
They wanted us
wanted
to
return Sokolov.
You mean the Soviets pulled out of Cuba just to get their hands on Sokolov?
Yep.
That's right.
What the hell was he working on?
At the time,
Metal
we had
Gear.
no idea. We were running out of time. It was either give up Sokolov or risk full-scale nuclear war. In the end, we had no choice. President Kennedy gave in to Khrushchev's demand. The next day, I got Sokolov out of the hospital, handing him over to agents on the eastern side. Sokolov kept on screaming, "Save me," until he disappeared from my sight. Then a month ago, we received some new information from one of our moles.
About Sokolov?
Yes. He was taken back to the research facility
Damn
and forced
dogs
to
need to
continue
shut the
working
hell
on
up.
the weapon in question under KGB supervision. What's more, it's on the verge of completion.
So what kind of weapon is it? Something to do with space rockets?
No, missiles.
Same technology.
I guess you're right. We don't know the details, but it appears to be a new kind of nuclear device. For half a year now, the Soviets have been conducting frequent nuclear tests at Semipalatinsk.
Something to do with the weapon, I assume.
We're talking about a secret weapon so big that Khrushchev was ready to pull out of Cuba to get it back.
Is Sokolov still in the facility?
No, according to our intelligence, he's in Selino-Yarsk, a place in the mountains about 3 miles to the west that's known as the Virgin Cliffs.
The Virgin Cliffs.
Virgin Cliffs. Nice name for a
For a
virtuous
virtuous mission.
They moved him there just recently.
Why?
Apparently, they're conducting a field test of the weapon, but it's our best chance to get him back. This mission would never have been possible if he was still in the research facility. This is our last chance. Sokolov must have known that too when he contacted us.
Listen up, Jack. Your mission is to infiltrate Selino Yask in the Soviet mountains, ensure the safety of Sokolov, and bring him back to the West. If we don't get Sokolov back before that weapon is complete, we'll be facing a major crisis. The clock is ticking. Once we've confirmed the rescue of Sokolov, stand by at the recovery point. A recovery balloon will be dropped at that point. Helium will be pumped into the balloon to inflate it. The process takes about 20 minutes. Once it's complete, the gunship's arm will latch onto the balloon and pull it up.
The Fulton surface-to-air recovery system. I'm familiar with the theory.
Take it easy. It's been combat-proven.
Do you think Sokolov is up to it?
The shock will be less than during a parachute jump, and the arm can handle up to 500 pounds.
So you're planning on going over the border in a single combat talent?
She's equipped with two 6-barrel 20mm Vulcan cannons, as well as two 40mm machine guns.
Sounds like she could hold her own against a battalion of tanks.
Even with the fuel in the reserve tank, we're facing a 4-hour time limit. If all goes well, it shouldn't take more than a few hours.
Home in time for dinner.
Yay!
But if anything goes wrong,
You'll be eating dinner, breakfast.
and all the rest of your meals in the jungle.
No! You bastards. You knew this was gonna happen. Ah! My bad, Pat. Oh shit. Dramatic pose. It's too bad he can't wear the mask. It looks pretty cool. I mean, you would think you'd want to probably throw that stuff over the edge, you know, so that way no one found it. Snake, David Hayter. I can't believe they haven't made a movie out of this yet. I mean, this game practically is a movie.
Do you copy? You're already in enemy territory. Somebody might be listening in. From here on out, we'll be using code names to refer to each other. Your code name for this mission will be Naked Snake. I'll be referring to you as Snake from now on. You're not to mention your real name.
Snake?
You don't like snakes?
What do you mean?
You've eaten one before, haven't you?
In survival training?
I'm glad to hear that.
I don't know if I'd ever order one in a restaurant, but...
Be careful, you might not have a choice.
What about you, Major? What should I call you?
Let's see. I'll be
Tom.
Tom.
Call me Major Tom.
This will be a sneaking mission. You must not be seen by the enemy. You must leave no trace of your presence. Is that clear? This kind of infiltration is the Fox unit's speciality. In other words, weapons and equipment are procured on site. That goes for food as well. You're completely naked, just as your name implies.
Great. Now I see why you asked me if I like snakes. I suppose calling me Snake was your idea of a joke, too.
No.
There's a good reason for that. I'll tell you later when the time is right.
Gotcha. Getting back to the subject, how exactly am I supposed to feed myself?
You've been issued a knife and a tranquilizer gun. Use them to hunt for food. You'll also find some medical supplies in your backpack.
Yeah, about the backpack. I lost it in a tree on the way down.
I see. Well, you'd better go back and get it then. You know where it is?
No problem. I can see it from here. It's stuck on a branch.
To climb a tree, stand in front of a tree that's covered in ivy and press the action button. I'll be monitoring your progress over the radio. We can't risk violating Soviet airspace, but I'll be in the gunship. My frequency is 140.85.
140.85.
I'll give you a call if I need to talk to you. If you need to talk to me, use the send function. Okay, Snake, go get your backpack.
Snake out. Got my knife. Let's see. There we go. I don't know where all the whatchamacallits are, but you know, I don't think I'll be able to collect all the, you know, what do they call them? The gato or something like that. Gakko. Whatever the frogs are, I don't know. I can't remember what you get when you do the frog thing. I assume it's probably like a bandana or stealth camouflage or something to that effect. Beep, beep.
I see you've retrieved your backpack, Snake. To equip a weapon, it's necessary to take it out of your backpack. In the survival viewer, choose Weapon from the backpack. Your available weapons will be displayed in a window in the upper left. From that list, choose the weapon you want to equip and press the Enter button. For other equipped items, just do the same thing from Item.
Got it. Use the survival viewer backpack.
Yep, that's right. Survival is fundamental to this mission. After you've been out in the field for a while, your stamina will start to drop. If your stamina gets too low, it'll affect your performance. You won't be able to shoot accurately, for example, and your wounds won't heal as smoothly. Keep an eye on your stamina so you don't run out. To recover lost stamina, you can hunt for local flora and fauna. You can use either your tranquilizer gun or your knife to hunt.
My only weapon is a Mark 22 Hush Puppy tranquilizer gun.
That's funny.
That's right. It's been fitted with its own suppressor. However, the suppressor will deteriorate every time you fire. Once its durability reaches 0, the noise suppression effect will be gone. So don't get too trigger happy with it. The suppressor's durability is shown in the icon. Any weapons and equipment beyond what you're carrying now, you'll have to find as you go.
I have to find my own weapons and equipment? Whose crazy idea was this anyway?
Solo covert actions are standard Fox operating procedure. You can't leave any traces of your presence. No weapons, equipment, footprints, sweat, or bodily waste. The same goes for bullets and cartridges, too. Your presence in enemy territory is already a violation of international conventions of warfare. There aren't supposed to be any American soldiers in Russia. It could spark an international incident. You can't let anyone see you. You can't let the enemy know you're there. This is a stealth mission.
Yay.
You're a ghost, Snake, in every sense of the word. There'll be no rescue if you're captured. The military and U.S. government will deny
I like
any
the torture scene. That's like one of my favorites.
Then I'll just have to take care of myself, huh?
I'm afraid so. You've been given a fake death pill for that purpose. SIS guidelines stipulate that soldiers on covert ops like this one be issued a potassium cyanide capsule. Tape it to your body so you can take it when you need to.
How generous of you.
Use it if you're taken prisoner by the enemy. It will send you into a state of false death for a short time.
Then
Fooling
take the
them into
revival
thinking
pill.
that I'm really dead. So how do I come back to life?
Just take the revival pill.
You mean that thing they put in my tooth before the mission?
That's the one. But be careful. If you remain in a state of false death for too long, nothing will be able to bring you back. Remember that.
I'll keep it in mind. You said this was a solo mission, right?
Right.
I guess that means I can't count on any reinforcements.
Correct. The mission rests entirely in your hands.
A real one-man army.
Hell yeah.
Relax. There's a support team ready to back you up over the radio.
Who?
I'll introduce them to you. This time, survival is of utmost importance. The first member of the support team will be in charge of monitoring your physical condition, acting as a medic, so to speak, as well as recording your mission data. She's a member of Fox as well, and she's here on the gunship with me.
She.
Hello, Snake.
Paramedic.
I'm paramedic. Nice to meet you.
Paramedic.
As in a medic who comes in by parachute.
Aren't you going to tell me your real name?
Are you going to tell me yours, Mr. Snake?
My name, huh? It's
John Doe.
Doe.
And they call you Jack for short. You're a regular Captain Nemo.
A name
Who?
means nothing on the battlefield. After a week, no one has a name. What's your name?
Jane Doe.
Very funny.
Very funny.
I wasn't joking, but I'll tell you my name only if you manage to make it back alive. My frequency is 145.73.
She's also in charge of recording your mission data. Whenever you want to save, send a message over the reserved save frequency. 140.96.
140.96.
So saving lets me record my mission data.
That's right. It also records the state of your health.
Good to know.
There's one more person I want to introduce you to, Snake.
Huh?
Speaking of snakes, you remember the boss, don't you?
The boss.
A legendary soldier and your mentor. Actually, it was the boss that got the DCI's authorization in the first place. She's going to be serving as Fox's mission advisor.
Boss is?
She also helped me plan this mission. She and I were at SAS together.
Jack, is that you? How many years has it been?
I love her so much.
Boss?
That's right. It's me. Talk to me. Let me hear your voice.
Hey, baby.
It's been 5 years, 72 days, and 18 hours.
You've lost weight.
You can tell
just
just
by
by
the sound of my voice.
Of course I can. I know all about you.
Really? Well, I don't know anything about you.
What's that supposed to mean?
Why'd you disappear on me all of a sudden?
I was on a top secret mission. You didn't need me anymore.
But there were still so
Still
many
things I wanted you to teach me.
No, I taught you everything you needed to know about fighting techniques. I taught you all I could. The rest you needed to learn on your own.
Techniques, sure. But
But
what about
how to think like a soldier?
How to think like a soldier? I can't teach you that. A soldier needs to be strong in spirit, body, and technique. And the only thing you can learn from someone else is technique. In fact, technique doesn't even matter. What's most important is spirit. Spirit and body are like two sides of a single coin. They're the same thing. I can't teach you how to think. You'll just have to figure it out for yourself. Listen to me, Jack. Just because soldiers are on the same side right now doesn't mean they always will be. Having personal feelings about your comrades is one of the worst sins you can commit. Politics determine who you face on the battlefield. And politics are a living thing. They change along with the times.
God, that's
Yesterday's
so
good might be tomorrow's evil.
true. Yep.
Is that why you abandoned me?
No, it had nothing to do with you. I already told you, Jack. I was on a top secret mission. A soldier has to follow whatever orders he's given. It's not his place to question why. But you're looking for a reason to fight. You're a natural-born fighter, but you're not quite a soldier. A soldier is a political tool, nothing more. That's doubly true if he's a career soldier. Right and wrong have no place in his mission. He has no enemies and no friends. Only the mission.
What's
You
sad?
follow the orders you're given. That's what being a soldier is.
I do whatever I have to get the job done. I don't think about
Think about
politics.
politics.
That's not the same thing. Sooner or later, your conscience is going to bother you. In the end, you have to choose whether you're going to live as a soldier or just another man with a gun. There's a saying in the Orient, loyalty to the end. Do you know what it means?
Being patriotic.
Patriotic?
It means devoting yourself to your country.
I follow the president and the top brass. I'm ready to
I'm ready
die
to die
for
for
them
them
if
if
necessary.
necessary.
The president and the top brass won't be there forever. Once their terms are up, others will take their place.
I follow the will of the leader, no matter who's in charge.
People aren't the ones who dictate the missions.
Then who does?
The times. People's values change over time, and so do the leaders of a country.
Yep.
So there's no such thing as an enemy in absolute terms. The enemies we fight are only enemies in relative terms, constantly changing with the times. As long as we have loyalty to the end, there's no point in believing in anything, even in those we love.
And that's the way a soldier's supposed to think?
The only thing we can believe in with absolute certainty is the mission, Jack.
All right, but do me a favor.
What is it?
Call
Call
me
me
Snake.
Snake.
Snake. Oh, right. Your codename is Snake. It suits you well.
That's right. The legendary unit that the boss put together during World War
I love
II
the boss
was a
so
snake.
much.
The Cobra unit, a group of heroes that brought the war to an end and saved the world. As long as you've got
Probably,
a legendary
I would
hero
say
backing you up, you'll be
my
fine.
favorite,
Isn't that right, Snake?
female character in any
Yeah,
fiction.
I can't think of anyone
you know,
else I'd
ever.
rather have with me.
I mean, seriously,
Oh,
just
and one more
she's so
thing,
great.
Boss.
Yes,
It's good to hear your voice
I
again.
know, I love her voice.
same here. After all, who knows if either of us will make it out alive? Snake, you are always best at urban warfare and infiltrating buildings. But this is the jungle. Survival is going to be key. Those CQC techniques I taught you are sure to come in handy.
CQC. Close quarters combat,
combat, huh?
I've been in the Green Berets for the past few years. I'm probably pretty rusty.
Not to worry. I'll be here to help you remember. After all, this is your first actual survival mission. I'll be supporting you over the radio.
Where are you, boss? Next to the major?
The boss is communicating with us by radio from aboard a Permit-class submarine in the Arctic Ocean.
My
Liar.
frequency is 141.80. Call me if you need my advice on battle techniques.
Gotcha.
How could you do this?
Your
boss?
mission is to retrieve Dr.
Well,
Sokolov.
I guess she didn't have a choice.
Dr. Sokolov is being held in an abandoned factory.
Well, I
located
mean,
to the
actually,
north
technically,
of
she
your
did have a
current
choice.
position.
You just, like she
Avoid
said,
heavy
loyal to
combat
the
and
end.
Don't let anyone see you. Don't forget that this is a stealth mission.
Snake, try to remember some of the basics of CQC.
Pull the knife out.
Commencing virtuous mission. Now.
I like that. Alright. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Wait, I thought L2 was... What the hell does L2 do? Let's see. Where is additional? Aim button. Maybe I should switch that to. Let's see. I don't know what does that mean, aim? Hang on. Let me try. Let's see how this feels. Yeah, that feels better. Okay, let's see. Camouflage, face. Yeah, see, we got all the flags. Oh, we even got the mask. That's cool. So yeah, we didn't even need to, to pick. I like MGS 2. I like wearing the black suit just because it looks cool, but I guess we'll pick something else. Let's see. Looks like Leaf is our best option. We're like 50% invisible standing still. There we go. Yeah, unequip. I'm trying to remember like how you grab people and stuff. Hang on. Let's see. Backpack. Okay, I don't need the directional mic. And let's see. Take that off. Don't need the cigar. Don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need that. Yeah, just those things. Oh wait. Let me see if I can find the frog back here. Speaking of which, oh, let me see if I can save real quick.
Saving the game, Snake? Hey, Snake, you ever heard of Godzilla King
I
of
like how she
Monsters?
talks about movies.
No, what is it?
It's a movie. You haven't seen it?
Nope.
It's about this monster called Godzilla, who grows to an enormous size in a nuclear test and goes on a rampage in Tokyo.
Nuclear test, huh? Then the Marshall Islands must be crawling with giant monsters right about now.
That's funny.
It's just make-believe.
Maybe that's why my pants have been so tight lately.
What?
Snake, it's a movie,
That's funny.
not a report out of Los Alamos.
I know. So then what happened?
I don't remember
Godzilla
him
is
saying
immune to
that.
all weapons, and humanity has no way to stop the monster. Dr. Shirazawa develops a new type of weapon, but meanwhile, Godzilla is getting closer and closer to Tokyo, obliterating everything in its path. It was originally a Japanese movie, but they made an American version too. I recommend seeing the original Japanese one if you ever get the chance. It's mostly mindless fun, but it's also got a serious anti-nuke message as well.
Where can I see the original?
You'll just have to go to Japan.
Really? That's too bad.
I would like to be able to go to
If
Japan
you wait
someday.
40 years,
It'd
you
probably be
might be able
nice.
to see it in America too.
Why's that?
2004 will be Godzilla's 50th birthday.
You think they're still going to be making Godzilla movies then?
Of course.
Of course. Everybody loves Godzilla.
You sure know a lot about movies.
I don't suppose you're the movie-watching type, are you?
Not really.
Okay, then I'll tell you everything I know. When the going gets tough, movies can save your life. It's always good to be able to look at things from a different perspective when you get in a jam. That's the magic of movies.
No kidding. Well, I guess it might at least make a nice distraction.
That's the spirit, Snake. Have a little fun.
I like Paramedic. I mean, it's so much more refreshing, you know, when I save my game and she talks to me about movies rather than, you know, in Metal Gear Solid 2 where, you know, Rose is just being like, you know, what day is it tomorrow? You know, it's our anniversary and you forgot. Alright, where are you, frog? I know you're in here somewhere. I thought he was like up on here or something. Come on, go down. Why are you going backwards? Turn around. Let's see. Got to find this frog. Gato frog, where are you? Is it Gato? Is that right? I don't know. I can't remember what it's called. Seriously, where is that frog? Is he like over here by the edge or? Wish I could remember. Like I said, I never did complete, you know, collecting all the... Oh, I already have enough bullets. I mean, it's a green frog. You'd think it would stand out, you know, like Kermit the Frog. It's, you know... Ah. Come on, where are you? I could swear it was like... I don't know, somewhere over here, like on this hill or something. Wait, there he is. Okay, yeah. My memory served me well. Prince Charming. Ah, it's called Carotan, that's it. Dun 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 dun. Let's see, gotta keep my eyes pierced or peeled. I don't know why I said pierced. Kill a butterfly, come on. Can I stab it? Yeah, I guess I can't stab butterflies. Come on, man. You can do better than that. Oh well. Where are you, frog? I know you're in this area too. You're in every single area. Are those the crocodiles? They're loud. Seriously, where is Keratin? I know he's here somewhere. Hang on. Okay, so according to online, he's over here somewhere. I knew he'd be over here. Something just told me. Let's see. Ah, there he is. Dun 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 dun. Cutscene. AK-47s
spotted 2
and
enemy
pineapples.
soldiers.
They're probably KGB troops sent to guard Sokolov.
AK-47s and grenades.
Guess he doesn't call them pineapples like Snake does.
Snake, your presence in Soviet territory is already a violation of international law. You can't let the Kremlin find out that the CIA and the American government are involved. Contact with the enemy is strictly prohibited. Don't engage them in battle either. This is a stealth mission. Got that?
The Major is right. The point of this mission is to sneak through the jungle without being seen. The success of the mission depends on how well you use your camouflage. Change your camouflage by selecting Camouflage from the Survival Viewer. The Uniform option lets you pick your uniform, while the Face option lets you change your face paint. Choosing camouflage that blends in with your surroundings will help you conceal yourself more effectively. Also, don't forget that anything that moves will stand out in the jungle. If you just stand up and run around like an idiot, you're bound to be spotted. But if you crawl instead, you should be able to sneak by without being noticed. You can see how effective your camouflage is by looking at the camo
I'm naked.
index. The camo index shows how well your current camouflage blends in with the surrounding area. The higher the value, the harder you are to spot, and vice versa. The key is to make yourself one with nature. Keep that in mind as you go along, okay?
Could you imagine, like, you know, if this was realistic and he had to put on the face paint and, like, I don't know, somehow, like, have, like, a backpack, like, I don't know, like a TARDIS or something that has, like, I don't know, 20 outfits in there, and then you have to find the outfit, then put it on. I mean, that would take forever. I can totally see you. What's that for? Ah, if you get a 90% on stealth. Hopefully I can remember how to grab people. Oh, get down.
Speak. Speak. We won't hand over Sokolov. Speak. Let go of me. Freeze. No, wait.
Let's see. Hold up an enemy. Let's see if he's got anything on him. Come here. Nice. Some more hush puppy bullets. Damn it, press the wrong button. Camouflage. Face. Let's see. Looks like splitter. Right. There's some fruit. Did I miss? There we go.
What's wrong? Huh? Who was that just now?
Whew, that was close. It's okay. I'm Rykov. I'm supposed to be here. Let's see. Let me eat some food. Nope, nope. Let's see. Food. Eat. I want some more. Let's give the boss a call. See what she's up to. Hey, girl.
Camouflage is an indispensable tool when you're sneaking through the jungle. To use camouflage, first press the start button to go to the survival viewer. Then select Camouflage and press the Enter button. Select Uniform to select Battle Fatigues, and Face to select Face Paint. Choose battle fatigues that match the surrounding environment. The most effective camouflage is attained by selecting fatigues that blend in with the environment. Camouflage patterns that stand out in your surroundings will attract attention.
Does she have any comments on my riding mask?
Visibility is poor in the jungle, so you'll be finding yourself in a lot of unexpected encounters. Naturally, this means you can only use CQC to grab. I see you're wearing the leaf pattern camouflage. The leaf pattern was developed to provide cover in forest environments. The US military isn't the only one using it. Countries that anticipate operating in forest environments are developing various types of patterns, each suited to the vegetation of the particular region. The Soviets and the Eastern European countries all use their own unique patterns. Leaf pattern camo will give you an especially low profile in areas of thick vegetation. Normally, you would ask a fellow soldier how well your camouflage is working. But this is a solo sneaking mission, so nobody out there is on your side. You have to determine how well your camouflage is working by yourself.
Yeah, I know.
Don't worry, that's what the camo index is for. The camo index tells you how well you've imitated the surroundings.
I could swear
The
she
higher
comments
the
on the
index,
riding
the
mask.
more well disguised you are. With a high enough camo index, you can even fool enemies inches away. If you are in an area where encounters are a high concern, keep your camo index high. Got it? In my day, I did my share of sneaking into enemy territory.
You mean since World War II?
Yeah, mostly snatch missions.
Snatch mission. That's where you abduct an enemy officer without killing him, right?
Right. That's where I got the original idea for CQC.
I would love it if
In
they
a
made a
snatch
boss
mission,
game. That'd be
taking
so
out the
fun.
target's escorts by shooting them is not an option. If the enemy hears the gunshot, they'll know there's an intruder and tighten security. And the target will sense danger and try to get away.
You needed a way to take out the guards and secure the target without making a sound.
That was the idea. The CQC style that you and I developed is based on the techniques I cultivated during those missions. So...
First time I've heard this.
Huh?
You've never told me any of this before.
I didn't?
No. Why?
Hmm.
Why didn't you tell me this before? Why now?
I have my reasons.
Well, I guess we're going to go ahead and end the video here because, you know, it's about to cut off. So I'll catch you guys in the next one, and I hope y'all watch it. And, you know, if you could give it a like, you know, I'd really appreciate it. You know, I really want my channel to, you know, get bigger, and, you know, I want to eventually, you know, do more stuff. Yeah, I mean, if you don't, you know, want to like it, I mean, I guess that's your choice or whatever. But anyway, yeah, just you know, just asking for a helping hand. Anyways, later, guys.